Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. This video is going to be about who I will not recommend the niqab to. Okay, so this is my first time talking about that, so let me just go ahead and do that, inshallah. Number one, if you are a minor, if you are 11 years old, 12 years old, and you're still living with your parents, I would not recommend the niqab for you. Okay, because I have been receiving these messages about sisters who are very, very young and they really want to start wearing the niqab, and but they're still under the care of their parents, and they might have a lot of problems that might arise from that. I wouldn't recommend the niqab to you. I'm sorry. Okay, please, inshallah, when you get older and you are an adult, when you get older, maybe 16, around there, inshallah, and your parents come around, go ahead and try to talk to your parents again. But for now, I wouldn't recommend that for you. Okay, the other group of people that I would not recommend is to sisters who live in a environment that is going to cause harm to them, right? If you live in a neighborhood, for instance, where it's extremely conservative, they do not like the niqab, they can't even stand the hijab, and it will pose a danger to you, I would not recommend this too, because harm will come to you, and that's the last thing you want for yourself, or that's the last thing I want for you. Okay, so please be very, very cautious and think very deeply about where, this subject, because anything that will cause any harm to you physically, emotionally, whatever the case may be, it's really not a good idea. Okay, so really think about that. I also wouldn't recommend any sisters who there's going to be issues in their marriage. Okay, I wouldn't recommend that to you, because it's marriage is very, 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 very important. And if you're already wearing the hijab and he's okay with it, but he's just not budging, he doesn't like the niqab, he doesn't care for the niqab, and it's gonna pose a lot of issues in your marriage to the point that might cause divorce, I wouldn't recommend this. Right? Inshallah, just pray about it. The advice that I can give you is just pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he comes around and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it easy for you. But I wouldn't really rush into wearing the niqab. Okay, and this is why I advise sisters who are really, really, really desperate to wear the niqab, but they're single. Make sure this is a topic that you bring up with your potential spouse, your future husband. Bring it up. That's what I did. The niqab was very important to me. I've been a niqabi, I think I was like 3 years in, or forgot how long, 3 years, 4 years in, when I met my husband. And that was one of the things that I did talk about, right? Because it was very, very important to me that I continue wearing my niqab and that I continued being a niqabi. So if you're still single, make sure you bring this up, okay? Because don't push it aside. It's gonna be some issues that you might come across. But if you're already married and you're happily married, everything is okay, everything is good. It's just that he does not like the niqab, and it's gonna bring huge problems into your marriage to the point that it will cause a divorce. I would not recommend this to you. Okay, like I said, just pray to Allah, and may Allah make it easy for you. The other group of people that I would not recommend to, and this is going to come a surprise, is men. If you're a man, please do not wear the niqab. And you're wondering, obviously this is very obvious, like why would you mention this? Like, you will be surprised. Like when I started my YouTube, I had someone who was commenting on my videos, and when you look at their picture display, it's like somebody wearing the niqab covered from head to toe, like completely covered. No, you can't see their eyes, nothing. So I'm thinking, oh, it's women, right? But when I read the messages, it's like the way a man writes. Like, can you guys tell the difference? Like, I can kind of tell the difference. So I'm like, but it's a woman. Why does she sound like a man? Why does it sound like a man? So I went over to that person's channel, and long and behold, it was a man. Okay, so and that was not the first time I've came across a couple times. So please, if you're a man, please do not wear the niqab. The niqab is strictly for women. Now if you're from a different faith, absolutely, like, you know, you can, I know some I don't know them in person, but I have come across some women from different faith. I think they were from the Israelites or Jewish, you know, Christians, Orthodox Christians. They do wear the niqab. That's part of their faith as well. It's not just strictly Muslim women. So that's okay, obviously. And even if you're non-Muslim, non-practicing, and you don't have any religion, you're atheist, but you want to have a glimpse of what it feels like to be a niqabi, I'm sure, you know, you can go ahead and do that. There's nothing wrong with that. However, it's just men. If you're a man, please do not. Okay. The other thing that I do want to mention here, and it's gonna come as a surprise, okay, but be patient with me. The other group of women that I would not recommend this niqab to are women who are not living that modest life. And by, I'm trying to water it down, but let me just say sex workers. Astaghfirullah. And you're like, what the heck? Why are you even mentioning that? Look, okay, so let me just tell you guys a little background, a little story. If it's true, Allahu A'lam. But I had a practicing sister, who, mashallah, known to, you know, mashallah, tell the truth. She came to me a while back and she said, hey, did you know that in Kenya there are women who are unholy? Could we just put it as that, unholy, and they, in order to hide their identity so that they can continue doing what they're doing, like, you know, they put on the niqab to hide their identity. Those cases became so much that the sheikhs over there in Kenya started to give fatwas urging sisters, practicing Muslim sisters, to not wear the niqab, because people started to identify the niqab with, you know what I mean, like, right? If you're watching this video and you're about that life, you know, do you, absolutely, you know, we have the freedom to do whatever we want. Allah gave us a choice. But if you're non-practicing and unholy, I'm trying to be as nice, but you're not like about, don't care for modesty to save your life, please do not wear the niqab, because it's strictly for sisters who really, you know, trying to practice their religion, trying to get closer to Allah. They're really about modesty. They're really about, you know, getting closer to God. Like the niqab and the hijab and all that is identified with modesty, and just, you know, be very respectful, inshallah. I don't know how true, by the way, that story is. Again, it came from a really good, trustworthy source, so it's not somebody that just, you know, lies and whatnot. But if it's true, and you're from that area of the world, and please, I beg of you, just do not put on the niqab, because that's very, very disrespectful to do that, inshallah. The other point that I also forgot is, please, 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 if you live in an area where it's going to bring harm to you, physical harm, emotional harm, psychological harm, whatever type of harm it is, do not wear the niqab. I beg of you, please do not wear the niqab. Your safety is very, very, very important, and that's what you should prioritize over anything, and that's what Islam prioritized. So if it's going to bring any form of harm your way, I would highly recommend you do not put on the niqab. And the niqab is a target. It will put a target on you. I generally I don't live in a very conservative area. I live in California. California is like, you know, if you know, you know. But even then, today I wanted to, you know, look for things that my kids can do, because now like school is almost over and I want them to do some summer activities. So I was trying to figure out what my kids would be interested in, especially my son. So I thought about going to rock climbing, and you know, me and my husband stopped by this area just to kind of take a look at it and see. And alhamdulillah, like, you know, when I liked it, my son loved it, and we were thinking about signing him up. But as we were leaving, I didn't hear this because I left before my husband, but there was this lady that just, you know, came out of her car, saw me. According to my husband, alhamdulillah, I didn't hear. She, you know, looked at me. According to him, she looked at me and went, oh my God, like, you know, just shocked, and literally said, that's disgusting. Oh, what a disgusting way to live, or something like that. And alhamdulillah, I didn't hear it, but my husband, he came inside the car all really upset, and really, like, it took some time for him to calm down. So, and I live in California, and I still come across people like that. So imagine you living in very conservative area where Islam is not liked. Please do not put yourself in harm's way. But I just want to go ahead and mention that, inshallah. If you enjoyed watching this video and you find it very helpful, please don't forget to press the like button and subscribe for more content like this. And don't forget to go over to the playlist. I have a bunch of videos in regards to the niqab. Inshallah, you will find so much helpful information. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Assalamu alaikum. Take care.